Under the gray skies of the Pacific Northwest, the air around the VMAC feels heavier than usual. The Seattle Seahawks are fighting to stay in the NFC race, a team loaded with potential yet haunted by inconsistency. There's excitement, yes, flashes of brilliance from young stars like Devin Witherspoon and Derian Kendrick, but there's also tension, the kind of quiet uncertainty that lingers when the trade deadline looms just 3 weeks away. Every move matters now. Every snap could change the course of the season. Smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and comment below. This community runs on real fans like you. And that player at the center of it all, none other than Riq Woolen. Once the face of Seattle's next defensive generation, the rookie phenom who stunned the league in 2022 with 6 interceptions and pure athletic freakishness, Woolen now finds himself in the middle of swirling trade rumors. ESPN's Bill Barnwell just dropped a bomb, proposing a deal that would send Woolen and a 2026 fifth-round pick to the Philadelphia Eagles in exchange for young cornerback Kelly Ringo and a 2026 fourth-rounder. On paper, it's a small swap, but emotionally, for this Seahawks defense, it's seismic. Because it's not just about a cornerback, it's about identity, accountability, and the direction Mike Macdonald wants this team to take. Inside the Seahawks locker room, there's respect for Woolen's talent that's never been in doubt. His length, his range, his ball skills made him an instant fan favorite and a Pro Bowl caliber defender in year 1. But since that electric rookie campaign, something's changed. The instincts look slower, the energy dimmer. Some around the team whisper that Woolen hasn't fully bought into Macdonald's new defensive philosophy. Others think it's simply confidence, a young player trying to rediscover his rhythm after an early peak. Whatever the reason, the Seahawks secondary, despite its raw promise, feels like a puzzle missing one last piece. And maybe, just maybe, that piece doesn't fit in Seattle anymore. As the clock ticks toward the deadline, the question isn't whether the Seahawks can move Woolen, it's whether they should. Because sometimes the hardest thing for a contender to do is let go. When Barnwell's trade proposal hit the timeline, Seahawks Twitter went nuclear. Some fans immediately called it madness. Trading away a 26-year-old freak athlete with all-pro potential for a still-developing Ringo felt like giving up on the future too soon. Others, though, saw logic. The version of Woolen they've watched this season doesn't look like the same player who locked down receivers 2 years ago. Missed tackles, blown coverages, moments where he just looks disconnected. And in a Mike Macdonald defense built on precision and buy-in, that disconnect is fatal. The idea of Ringo, meanwhile, is about rebirth. A Georgia product with size, speed, and raw instincts, traits eerily similar to what Woolen brought to Seattle back in 2022. The difference? Ringo is still moldable, still eager, still climbing. He'd join a room led by Witherspoon and supported by veterans who know the grind. He'd have time to grow without the pressure of being the guy. And for a Seahawks team looking to reload without rebuilding, that kind of player control, plus an extra year on his contract, makes the math make sense. Still, trading away a homegrown talent hits different in Seattle. Fans remember the Legion of Boom days when cornerbacks weren't just players, they were symbols. Woolen, for a moment, felt like the heir to that legacy. The next long-limbed, sideline-hungry ballhawk ready to revive that energy. Letting him walk now feels like closing the door on a dream that burned bright but brief. Yet Macdonald's system demands alignment mentally, technically, emotionally. And if Woolen isn't all in, the Seahawks might see this as addition by subtraction. The Eagles, of course, would be all smiles. Vic Fangio would get his hands on another elite athletic project, and Philly's secondary, already stacked with Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, would gain serious upside for a postseason run. But in Seattle, it's about the long game. It's about culture, about making sure every player in that locker room believes in the mission. Maybe Riq Woolen's next breakout won't happen in navy and green. Maybe it'll happen somewhere else. But in Seattle, the story keeps moving forward, young, fearless, and full of fire. Comment below. This space belongs to everyone who lives and breathes the Seattle Seahawks. We're alive, we're loud, and we're just getting started.